Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Special Editions Bundle Fall 2024 of September 2024. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the link provided in the description below, not only will you gain access to this bundle, but you'll also have the opportunity to support this channel. Your support will mean the world to me, and I genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Frostpunk, Game of the Year Edition. A gripping city-building survival strategy game set in the frozen Arctic wasteland. As the ruler of a struggling city, you must manage resources, handle crises, and make tough decisions to ensure the survival of your citizens. The game combines city-building elements with society simulation and crisis management mechanics, creating a tense and challenging experience. In the desolate 1800s world of Frostpunk, your city relies on a massive coal furnace for warmth. You'll construct buildings, gather resources, and research new technologies to keep your citizens alive in the freezing conditions. Every decision matters, as discontent and hope levels significantly impact your city's well-being. You'll face moral dilemmas, like choosing between short-term fixes and long-term solutions, or passing laws that may have adverse consequences. Frostpunk excels at immersing players in the burden of leadership. The game constantly challenges your abilities as a leader, making you weigh the needs of your citizens against harsh realities. The society simulator aspect adds depth, with the option to rule with order and discipline, or faith and spirituality, each choice affecting the people's morale. Scouting the frozen world beyond your city brings new challenges and discoveries, but it also means more responsibilities and resources needed. The game's art design and style create a captivating and grim atmosphere, depicting the struggles of a frozen world. While Frostpunk offers great replayability with different scenarios and choices, the campaign itself lasts about 45 days. The game's bird's-eye view perspective, however, prevents players from connecting closely with individual citizens, which may be a drawback for some. Overall, Frostpunk is a compelling and addictive survival management game that forces players to confront difficult choices and challenges. Its extraordinary style, engrossing gameplay, and tense atmosphere make it a standout title in the city-building and strategy genre. The Game of the Year Edition offers a trio of expansions that enrich the Frostpunk universe. The Rifts is the initial mini-expansion, featuring a new endless mode map and the constructible building, The Bridge. The Last Autumn expands the game significantly with a new scenario, introducing transformative mechanics and unique architecture that deepen Frostpunk's lore and narrative. And lastly, On the Edge delves into the tale of new London citizens dispatched on a crucial mission following the Great Storm. At number 2 we have Wolfenstein, the 2-pack. A pack of 2 thrilling shooters that dive deep into alternate history, Wolfenstein: The New Order and Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. Both games immerse you in Nazi-dominated worlds, but each offers a unique twist on the classic first-person shooter formula. The New Order reimagines a world where the Nazis won World War II, blending exceptional storytelling with brutal action. Set in 1960, you step into the boots of an older, battle-hardened BJ Blazkowicz. The story excels, driven by well-written characters and deeply polished cutscenes. The game's fluid combat feels satisfying, with a variety of weapons and alternate history tech like laser rifles. While the stealth mechanics and skill progression add depth, occasional texture pop-ins and cumbersome item collection can break immersion. Still, the game's exploration of a hauntingly believable Nazi future makes it a standout in the shooter genre. The Old Blood, a standalone prequel, shifts the tone to an intense, combat-heavy experience. Set in the late 40s, it ditches the nuanced storytelling of its predecessor in favor of relentless action and over-the-top Nazi zombie carnage. The stealth puzzles provide some strategic moments, but the latter half's zombie-filled chaos feels like a step back in innovation. Despite that, the arenas are engaging, offering plenty of opportunities for creative gunplay, even if none of the weapons truly stand out. However, much like the New Order, the clunky item collection process and predictable enemy types can feel tedious. In the end, the Wolfenstein 2-pack is a thrilling ride that balances heartfelt moments with blood-soaked action, even if the Old Blood sacrifices some of the heart found in the New Order. At number 3 we have The Evil Within Bundle, a grueling survival horror game that pushes you into a terrifying world where death lurks around every corner. Directed by Shinji Mikami, the creator of Resident Evil 4, this game takes a survival horror formula and makes it even darker and more challenging. You play as Detective Sebastian Castellanos, who is investigating a series of gruesome murders at Beacon Mental Hospital, only to be pulled into a twisted nightmare. The enemies you face are horrifying, grotesque creatures that seem designed to haunt your nightmares. Every encounter feels like a desperate struggle, as the game limits your resources and stamina, forcing you to choose carefully between fighting or fleeing. Ammo is scarce, and health items are even rarer, making every decision feel high stakes. Combat is both satisfying and nerve-wracking, with a limited but well-balanced arsenal, including a pistol, shotgun, and crossbow. Stealth is another option, but the AI is sharp, making it difficult to remain unseen. Meanwhile, the game's environments are eerie, with grimy, claustrophobic corridors and distorted, grotesque visuals that feel alive with menace. Lighting and sound design play a huge role in building tension, making every shadow feel like it's hiding something sinister. This bundle not only includes The Evil Within, but also 3 essential DLCs. The Assignment and the Consequence follow Julie Kidman, Sebastian's mysterious partner, offering new storylines, enemies, and challenges. In contrast, The Executioner lets you play as the terrifying Keeper, switching to a first-person perspective and focusing on brutal melee combat. Though the story becomes overly ambitious and a bit unfocused towards the end, the intense atmosphere, strategic combat, and gripping survival elements more than make up for its narrative flaws. The game excels in keeping you on edge, ensuring your heart is racing and your nerves are constantly tested. If you're a fan of survival horror and looking for an adrenaline-pumping experience, The Evil Within and its DLCs deliver a chilling, pulse-pounding journey that will stick with you long after the credits roll. And I just gotta quote Joseph Oda, "Omae Koros!" Omae Koros! And number 4 we have Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition, a massive RPG that blends post-apocalyptic survival, open-world exploration, and gripping narrative choices. Set in a world devastated by nuclear war, you play as the Courier, a lone wanderer seeking revenge after being shot and left for dead. As you navigate the Mojave Desert, the neon-lit ruins of New Vegas, and surrounding regions, you'll encounter various factions, each vying for control. Your choices will impact alliances with groups like the New California Republic, Caesar's Legion, and Mr. House, as well as smaller towns and settlements. The Ultimate Edition includes the base game and 4 DLC expansions, offering over 100 hours of content. These expansions, like Dead Money and Old World Blues, introduce new stories, unique environments, and challenging enemies. You'll need to adapt to each situation, whether you're scavenging for survival or managing your limited resources in a harsh wasteland. The gameplay offers a mix of real-time combat and strategic use of the VATS system, allowing for cinematic, slow-motion targeting. You can customize your character through perks, skills, and attributes, making each playthrough feel personal. The game's non-linear design encourages exploration, and you are free to take on quests in any order, shaping your own path. With immersive storytelling, vast exploration, and deep RPG mechanics, Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition stands as one of the best post-apocalyptic experiences, giving you the freedom to shape the fate of the Mojave Wasteland. And number 5 we have Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition, an open-world FPS RPG game that was ahead of its time when it was first released in 2008. Set 200 years after the Great War, you play as the Lone Wanderer, a vault dweller in Vault 101. Having spent your entire life in the vault, you have no idea what life is like outside the vault, besides the grim warnings by the vault's overseers about the dangers outside. You soon escape the confines of Vault 101 to find your missing father. What you walk out to is the capital wasteland, the remains of the once great Washington DC, filled with radioactive monsters and bandits. The story, lore, and world are very extensive, and you might get lost as to who is who and what is what. Even after a few dozen hours of playing the game, you'll still be discovering new things and hearing new dialogue. You have a lot of options right off the bat. You can surrender your weapon to the Overseer and leave the vault peacefully, or kill him and fight your way out, which will upset his daughter. The beginning can be quite slow, but if you stick with it, you'll have a very enriching RPG experience. Being made in 2008, naturally, the graphics didn't age very well. The world is not beautiful as what games are today with low textures and ugly character models. In saying that, while the wasteland of a world feels empty, there's enough interesting things peppered around that never leaves it feeling barren. This game is very much a black comedy, with some very strange things happening in its post-apocalyptic setting, like bomb-worshipping cults, talking trees, two-headed cows, etc, etc. But this also gives variety to the world and quests that you'll take on. Side quests are the highlight of this game, as the main story mainly revolves around your father trying to bring clean water to the wasteland, which would be okay if Liam Neeson actually had any charisma in his voice acting as your father. Thankfully, side quests are where the strange, the funny, and the entertaining lie, and they're definitely worth playing through. The combat feels okay, probably great for its time. The VATS system in particular comes very handy when you're trying to shoot somebody's face multiple times. Fallout 3 is one of the most satisfying RPGs to go in, pick a direction and walk, just to see what you can find. Additionally, there are plenty of mods to give you a better experience if the 2008 experience really bothers you. If you haven't taken this journey yet, you definitely want to venture into the Washington DC wasteland. At number 6 we have the DUSK, a medieval and DUSK 82 Ultimate Edition triple pack. A nostalgic homage to classic 90s first-person shooters, packaged in a single, thrilling experience. DUSK revitalizes the fast-paced FPS genre with its retro aesthetic, blending horror elements and classic gameplay mechanics. Players navigate through varied environments, filled with grotesque enemies, employing speed and an eclectic arsenal, including unconventional weapons, like the explosive Riveter. The game shines with its level design, encouraging exploration while maintaining a gripping narrative. Its exceptional soundtrack amplifies the adrenaline-filled experience, making every encounter feel intense. And Medieval, while not as groundbreaking as DUSK, offers its unique flair with enchanting, medieval-inspired settings. Each episode introduces distinctive enemies and weapons, from arcane staffs to planet-launching projectiles. Its clever level design and atmospheric storytelling create an immersive experience that avoids the pitfalls of repetitiveness, though some areas can feel less visually distinct. DUSK 82 takes a different approach, transforming the action-packed chaos of DUSK into a turn-based puzzle game. Set in a lo-fi retro aesthetic, players must strategize to defeat monsters across 30 levels. It cleverly incorporates familiar elements from DUSK, presenting puzzles that require thoughtful item management and enemy manipulation. Though it lacks the frenetic energy of its predecessors, it offers a refreshing twist with built-in level editor support for added replayability. Overall, the triple pack successfully captures the spirit of the original era, while delivering innovative gameplay across genres, appealing to both nostalgia and modern sensibilities. Whether you're blasting through enemies or solving puzzles, this collection is a testament to the enduring charm of retro FPS games. At number 7 we have Concordia Digital Edition. This game successfully brings the beloved Euro board game experience to digital platforms. The gameplay remains faithful to the original, managing resources, expanding across provinces, and strategically using action cards to maximize efficiency. Each turn involves playing a card from your hand, executing its action, and planning your next move based on the evolving board state. The digital tutorial effectively covers the basics, making it accessible even if you're new to Concordia. Visually, the digital adaptation is clear but occasionally busy, especially with a lot of information displayed simultaneously. Icons represent each card's abilities, aiding quick decision-making and strategy assessment. However, tracking colonists' location on the map can sometimes be cumbersome amidst other visual elements. Online play options include matchmaking and a lobby system, though finding random games can be challenging due to limited availability. The developers actively support the community through Discord, organizing tournaments and fostering a dedicated player base. Concordia Digital excels in bringing the strategic depth and nuanced gameplay of the tabletop version to digital devices. It is a solid choice for fans wanting to play solo or connect with others online. Despite minor visual clutter and matchmaking issues, the digital adaptation is commendable and a worthwhile alternative for enjoying Concordia without needing a physical group. If you're a fan of heavy Euro games and seek a well-executed digital version, Concordia Digital is a solid addition to your collection. The Concordia Digital Edition Imperial Bundle includes the base game and all expansions, offering everything you need to fully enjoy Concordia digitally, including 12 new maps, new game mechanics, and gameplay twists. At number 8 we have the Broken Sword Complete Pack, a pack of games that offer an immersive journey through the beloved adventure game series. They'll capture your attention from the start. Beginning with Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars, you will instantly fall in love with the engaging duo of George and Nico, whose chemistry shines through witty banter and captivating voice acting. The exotic locations and fair puzzle design set a high standard, compelling you to replay the game multiple times. Moving on to Broken Sword 2 The Smoking Mirror, you will enjoy a seamless integration of Nico's storyline and a shift in tone that balances humor with darker elements. The pirate and Mayan themes provide an entertaining backdrop, though the narrative feels less developed than the first. Broken Sword The Sleeping Dragon marks a transition to 3D, which may seem clunky at first, but with the proper setup, you may find the experience rewarding. The story revisits Templar lore, delivering memorable humor, although environmental puzzles take precedence over logical challenges. Unfortunately, Broken Sword The Angel of Death struggles with a disjointed narrative and frustrating puzzle design, feeling like a less cohesive installment in the series. In contrast, Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse, brings you back to the series' roots, with beautiful hand-drawn art and engaging story that explores Gnostic beliefs. While easier than previous titles, it maintains logical puzzles that leave you satisfied. The complete pack is a must-play for adventure game fans. And number 9 we have Dishonored Definitive Edition, an action-adventure game emphasizing stealth and player freedom. The Definitive Edition includes additional story DLC. You play as the Royal Guard Corvo, returning from an assignment given by the Empress of the Isles, trying to seek help from neighboring nations to heal the capital city of Dunwall, which is going through a rat plague. Things turn really bad as the Empress is assassinated and her daughter is kidnapped. Worst of all, you've been framed for it and you're thrown into jail. Now, Dunwall is run by greedy, treasonous officials. You manage to escape prison, but now you must stealth and assassinate your way through Dunwall to save it from the corruption and suffering caused by this betrayal. What defines this title is its outstanding stealth and action gameplay. To assist you on your journey are your sword, pistol, and grenades for louder encounters. You have access to supernatural abilities like summoning a horde of rats to literally eat your enemies alive, briefly stopping time to perform a sequence of actions, or teleportation. Taking the more quiet route, you could use your crossbow loaded up with sleep darts or choke enemies from behind. You can find runes to upgrade your powers, blueprints to improve your equipment and armor, and bone charms to boost your skills. These upgrades are scattered around each location, incentivizing you to explore it. You can also complete side missions, which bolsters the livelihood of each level. Each location is brilliantly designed, giving you multiple ways to complete your mission, be it stealth or head-on combat. The DLCs available in the Definitive Edition are awesome to play through, especially the Knife of Dunwall and the Brigmore Witches, which lets you experience the story of Daud, the murderer of the Empress, whose story runs in parallel with Corvo. It's a worthy tale worth experiencing, with new and familiar areas loaded with tons of lore, runes, and bone charms to collect. Daud also sports new supernatural abilities and equipment not previously available while playing as Corvo, like the ability to summon assassins or stun mines. Dishonored is an awesome game to play for those who love some stealth with the freedom to go in sword swinging if they want to, especially the Definitive Edition loaded with its DLCs. And number 10 we have the Falconeer Warrior Edition, an exhilarating blend of open-world exploration, stylized design, and arcade flight combat that feels refreshingly unique in today's indie scene. Originally developed by Thomas Sala, this game allows you to take on the role of a silent warbird pilot, navigating the expansive seas of the Russia, filled with various factions and intricate political intrigue. You can dive straight into story missions, or warm up with basic ones, gradually earning currency to upgrade your falcon and gear. Flying above the stunning oceanic landscapes, you will appreciate the game's stylized graphics and immersive environments. Choosing your falcon based on its stats and aesthetics add depth to the gameplay, and you'll enjoy experimenting with different combinations of weapons and upgrades. The missions range from delivering messages to defending bases, offering a variety of challenges that keep you engaged. However, the game does have its rough edges. The controls can feel shallow, and the lack of clear indicators in the HUD makes it easy to lose track of essential information, especially during chaotic battles. Additionally, the text readability issue can detract from the experience. Despite these drawbacks, the Falconeer excels in delivering an engaging narrative and visually striking world. Its BAFTA nomination as Best Debut is well deserved, as the game provides a compelling adventure that invites you to explore, fly, and uncover secrets over countless hours. If you're looking for a unique flight combat experience, this title is worth your time. The Warrior Edition includes new adventures, stories, missions, locations, classes, and weapons. You can even play as a dragon. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle is truly remarkable, offering an array of exceptional adventures. You'll dive into iconic titles like Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Dishonored, and Wolfenstein, to name just a few. It also includes The Evil Within, an immersive survival horror game, along with several strategy titles to round out the collection. What makes this bundle truly stand out is that each game comes as a complete edition, providing you with the definitive version of every title, ensuring you experience them at their very best. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.